My name is Josh Drew. I'm a lecturer here in the Department of Ecology, Evolution, and Environmental Biology at Columbia. And amongst other things, I teach a couple courses about marine biology and fishes. And so the item that I wanted to bring up were these two examples of an extinct species called Knightsia that was found in the Green River Formation in Wyoming. Now the cool thing is these fish come from the Eocene, which is about 50 to 30 million years ago. And 50 to 30 million years ago, Wyoming was this sort of lush tropical swamp forest, and there was a lake, kind of like the Great Salt Lake, this large inland tropical lake that these herring-like critters called Knightsia were all over. And what's cool about these is that, you know, we have them from when they were the size of your fingernail up to their full adult size. We've got their entire life recorded in stone. And one of the things that I love about this as a professor or somebody who just frankly loves fish is that it's cool to see that the same kinds of processes, the same sort of growth and the same aspects of their lives that we see in modern day fishes existed 30 million years ago. And it's one of the things that I really love about biology is that, you know, studying biology lets us understand the past as well as the present and see that there is this great continuity, that, you know, the past really is part of us, and ultimately understanding our past and our present helps us look forward to the future. Now the other thing that I love about this is that this was given to me by my friend and his wife after I performed their wedding. Craig and I met at Columbia when we were both students here, and you know, we remained friends for many years, and we still are. And I remember I was living in Chicago at the time, and he texted me. He said, "Craig," he said, "Josh, you know, Jenna and I are getting married, and we'd like you to perform it." And I don't have any sort of liturgical background, so it was a little bit of an odd choice. But I was really honored, you know, that of his friends, he decided he wanted me to perform the wedding, and that was a really kind of a cool feeling. As I said, I don't have any sort of theologic background, so I Googled how to become able to officiate a wedding, and I ordained myself in the Church of Universal Life, although it might also be light, I'm not sure, or love. One of those, on the L on my way into work in Chicago. So the day comes where it's for Craig's wedding. We're out in Colorado. I'm really excited about it, but it's an important event, and I don't want to sort of half-ass it. So I'm trying to think about how to write it, and it dawns on me the enormity of having to write this thing. It's the ceremony that performs, you know, his wedding. This is a big deal. And so I was trying to think about how to do it and how to, you know, weave in the story of my friends and weave in themes of social justice, things that I know matter to him. And the Goodrich decision had just passed in Massachusetts, which legalized same-sex marriages, and that was something that I really kind of wanted to work in. And so, you know, I ended up sort of quoting heavily from that because it's a really beautifully written decision, and spoke to a lot of things that matter to Craig and to Jenna and to myself. And so, but it was, you know, obviously a fairly non-religious ceremony. I am not. So we weren't quite sure how to kind of solidify it. So what I ended up doing is getting him a really nice sort of leather and gold bound volume of On the Origin of Species as the Bible that we used, you know, because we both studied evolutionary biology, and Jenna had been a science teacher, so that sort of meant a lot to us. And so, you know, his family loved it, they loved it, which is probably more important than the family loving it. And it worked out really well. And so I love this because it speaks to lots of things that matter to me in my life. You know, it speaks to biodiversity and conservation, and thinking about life that used to be, and a cautionary tale for protecting life as we move forward. But it also speaks to family, and it speaks to friendship, and speaks to, you know, standing up for rights and for social justice, and all of these things kind of get whooshed together in this really awesome sort of piece of science and art together. And that, to me, is one of the reasons why I was excited about the Thunderdome, is that it seems like it's the same sort of thing where you take science and art and push them together and kind of see if something beautiful comes out of that. So thank you.